Hi everyone, Charlotte from New Zealand Shores here, just bouncing in with a really quick update this week about the new announcement that has been made for the 300 spaces in managed isolation and quarantine for healthcare workers. So the government came out last week saying that they are setting aside a contingency of 300 rooms per month for healthcare workers coming into New Zealand. So that is anyone who is eligible to apply for a border exemption request as a healthcare worker. And there is a list of those occupations on our website that you can refer back to, and we will post it in the comments underneath this video as well, so you can have a look at that. So that will kick in from the 1st of November, so that's only a few days away now, with those first spots becoming available at the end of November. So really positive change actually for the MIQ system. We have helped hundreds, if not probably close to 1,000 healthcare workers into New Zealand in the last 12 months, and it's a real fight for people to get those MIQ spots, and they're coming into New Zealand to actually fill a really important gap in our healthcare system. So we do really struggle to recruit enough doctors and nurses, and obviously that has been the stress has been added with the COVID-19 pandemic as well, and trying to bolster up that workforce. So there's been a lot of recruitment happening in this space for the last 12 months, but the main holdup for these people isn't visas, it's actually MIQ or managed isolation and quarantine. So at the moment, healthcare workers can either obtain a room in one of three ways. So it's through the normal lobby system, which everyone else goes through, or there is what's called time-sensitive allocation. So at the moment, people can apply before the 14th of November for a time-sensitive allocation spot, but they would have to wait until January, February 2022 to be able to enter. So there's obviously a bit of a lag in terms of timing with that process. Or there is emergency allocation, but those rooms can only be applied for 2 weeks prior to your travel date. So, and sometimes our clients don't even find out until the day before whether or not that's been approved or declined. So it has been a really, really stressful process for a lot of our clients. So this is a really welcome change. We don't know what the form looks like yet. We haven't seen it. It hasn't yet been released, but will be next week, hopefully. First being Monday, I think, next week. So hopefully we have that form release and we can give you a bit of an update on what that looks like and actually how that process works. But it will just mean a bit more certainty around our healthcare workers having a much easier way into New Zealand at the moment. So yeah, applies to doctors, nurses, physios, occupational therapists, speech and language therapists, aged care workers. There is a huge list, and obviously what I've rattled off there isn't exhaustive. So if you are a healthcare worker and you aren't sure if, one, you're eligible to actually get a border exemption request and enter New Zealand, or two, whether you're eligible to get one of those managed isolation spots, you can actually reach out to us. New Zealand Shores has a dedicated email address for healthcare workers, and that is health@newzealandshores.com. I will get that jotted down in the comments below this video as well. Please reach out. We are happy to undertake a free eligibility assessment for you, as well as give you advice on what that process looks like for getting into New Zealand at the moment. So watch this space as we get some more information next week. We'll 100% be in touch, but in the meantime, have an awesome weekend, everyone, and I look forward to catching up again next week briefly. See you later. Bye.